Thank you for tuning into our audio video blog where we share content and segments on money management, real estate investing, home buying, and that sort of stuff. This segment here, we will speak about managing debt in a time of uncertainty. To use a quote from Investopedia, debt is something, usually money, owed by one party to another. Debt is used by many individuals and companies to make large purchases that they could not afford under other circumstances. Unless a debt is forgiven by the lender, it must be paid back, typically with added interest. And that quote came from Investopedia. Now let's get into our conversation about managing debt in a time of uncertainty. With 55% of Canadians and 49% of Americans carrying credit card balances in a period of economic uncertainty for many, the conversation of consumer debt management and solutions is foremost in the minds of many today. Combining credit card debt with auto payments, housing costs, and living expenses, many homeowners and non homeowners have approached us to provide solutions to help alleviate the financial stress they are under. The first step to get into a solution is itemizing the debt, naming the creditors, then getting a total of the amount outstanding, including any delinquent debt or items already in collections. Next, you will need to do a household budget to identify all sources of income, net of income taxes, and any other deductions. All expenditures to see where the money is being spent should also be itemized. It is important that this is done with a high degree of accuracy. Now let's decide the debt management approach that works best based on your situation. There are quite a few ways to manage debt. Some of the most common are first, the debt snowball, next, the debt avalanche, a debt consolidation loan, orderly payment of debt, consumer proposal, a bankruptcy, or a mortgage finance or a refinance if you are a homeowner. The debt snowball approach is probably one of the most common and effective. The debtor starts with the smallest debt and aggressively pays it off. Once his debt is paid off, they move on to the next and continue the process until they're debt free. The debt avalanche is similar to the debt snowball, but it aggressively pays down the debt with the highest interest rate. This approach is ideal for debtors who wish to minimize as much as possible the interest they are being charged on the outstanding debt. For debtors who may qualify for a debt consolidation loan, this is another alternative that can be used. The debtor can approach a financial institution and have them combine all their outstanding debt into one loan and pay it off over a specific period of time. The length of such loans are usually 48 to 60 months. It is, however, very important not to incur any new debt while paying off a consolidation loan. Orderly payment of debt, or OPD as it is commonly called, is a debt payment alternative to bankruptcy in Canada, offered under the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act. OPD is available only in the provinces of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Prince Edward Island, and Nova Scotia. Unsecured creditors are contacted on your behalf, and the payment amount is determined based on what you can afford. This process repays your debt in 3 years or less. A consumer proposal has some similar qualities, or rather similarities, to an OPD and is filed through a licensed insolvency trustee. It is a legally binding agreement between you and all the creditors you owe. Under the agreement, you pay back part of what you owe and the rest is forgiven. Once you file the consumer proposal, your creditors take a vote and decide whether they want to accept or reject your proposal. A majority of creditors need to vote to accept. If they do, the agreement is accepted and legally binding to all creditors. Creditors who hold more than 51% of the total value of your debt have the qualifying vote, and the rest are legally required to abide by the decision. A mortgage finance, or refinance rather, is an approach used by homeowners who have enough equity in their home and can qualify for some type of mortgage financing. Common among homeowners, it is important to sit with a mortgage professional to review the pros and cons before going ahead with this approach. And then finally, there's the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is perhaps the last resort for many who are burdened by consumer debt. We have heard many of our clients speak of the emotional side of filing bankruptcy because it is such an intimidating and intrusive process. In the US, 1 million people file for bankruptcy annually. The number is a bit lower in Canada at about 120,000. Once you go through the process of filing for bankruptcy, you have in fact handed over all your financial affairs to a trustee who will then manage them for you. The process takes 12 months and will remain on your credit profile for up to 6 years. Now we've seen the processes and the solutions for those who are managing debt, but it's also very important to seek professional advice before trying any of these financial measures to deal with debt. A professional will sit you down and review your financial circumstances and provide an unbiased opinion on which process will best serve you. For more information, you can call our office at 905-813-4354, or you can visit our website at www.themacmillangroupinc.com and schedule a consultation. Thank you and look forward to chatting with you at our next audio video session.